Hi, it's Michelle with Michelle Stone Masterpieces. I'm coming to you today because as a therapeutic life art coach, I'm out in the world and talking with people and after 2020, everything that went along with 2020, all of the just everything, the pandemic, the Black Lives Matter, the political aspect of life, especially here in America. I know that it's affected everyone worldwide. All of it has. Um, but what keeps coming up to me is the need for therapeutic art and its healing properties. And so I practice uh, uh, creating emotional color wheels, and did one last night with a new client, and and it just keeps it. I'm reminded again and again and again how important it is and how it helps it helps people process their emotions, and it my favorite phrase, um, cleaning the residue of your day away through art, is just, it happens through this particular process. And so I'd like to do one with you today, and this is the beginning of a series that I'm going to do um, once a week, possibly even twice a week. You'll see me come on here and I'll do my own from whatever emotions that I've got going on that day. And so it's an effort for me to be vulnerable with you who are watching, and also kind of show you the benefits of this and how it can help. And so if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. And click that little bell down there, and so every time I do a video that you'll get to see what I'm doing and what I'm all about. And so I'm also, just so you know, I'm a therapeutic art life coach. I'm also a curator here in Tampa, Florida. I'm a professional artist, and I'm an instructor, art instructor for people from ages 5 to 105. And literally, I've actually, well, let me say 4 to 104, because I've literally taught people who are 4 all the way to 104. So let's get started. So here I have a piece of paper, and I put it on a mat board so you could see it. I have something round. I also have a ruler and some colored pencils. So what the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my round object in the middle of my page, and I'm going to draw around it. Just like that. And today I'm actually going to do 8 emotions. So an emotional color wheel is something that helps with emotional literacy. So there's 2, and if I go this way, that'll give me 4, 6, 8. So halfway there, halfway here. So now I have 4. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You can do it to the best of your ability. This is not a measure of perfection by any stretch. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now what I'm going to do is come up here, and I'm going to draw out 4 little squares here, and then I'll do 4 little squares here. And this is going to be my key. Now you can do the squares down here, you could do them here. And it's really up to you. I prefer to do them up here because I like them at the top. And so I'm just going to think about, over the last 24 hours, what feelings have I felt? And so off the top of my head, I've felt a lot of contentment. So I'm writing out the word contentment. I felt joy. I felt a little bit of distress, some concern. Let's see. And as I'm going through this, I just want you to know that there are, most people feel three emotions. They feel happy, glad, or they feel happy, sad, and mad. And those are like the base ones. And so it would be good if you're doing this exercise to pull out some type of emotional list, both positive emotions and negative emotions. Not negative emotions, but like the happy part of the list, and then also the sad part of the list. And so contentment, joy, distress, concern, inquisitive, let me see. Sometimes it takes you a minute to kind of think about it. Contentment. I'm going to put struggle, even though that is not an emotion. I know what I'm feeling. Determination. Determination and resolve. Okay. So yeah, so see that just writing in that word struggle, even though struggle is more of an action, it's not necessarily a true emotion. You struggle through being determined and having resolve. It just putting that in there has allowed me to tap into the determination and the resolve that I felt because of that struggle. So okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my colored pencils and go down each word. So contentment. And so as I'm looking at my colored pencils, just kind of gently look at them and just whatever color pops out to you is the right one for that particular moment. So contentment to me feels, and sometimes if they don't pop out immediately, you can kind of, if you squint a little bit and like soften your gaze, it will, sometimes the colors appear to be a little bit brighter. Sometimes they appear to be more noticeable. So contentment for me right now is this pale orange. And then I'm going to fill in this square. Now I'm not going down to the pie yet because this is just a key. This is not, we're not there yet. All right, and so joy, what does joy feel like to me right now? Joy feels like this pink. Yep, it's called rose. So there's joy, and so what I'm doing when I get done coloring in the little key, I'm actually putting them one after another, so that way I can come back to here. So distress. Distress feels like this purple right here. Yep. And again, whatever feelings you're feeling are perfectly okay. This is just a process of accepting them and allowing them to go through. Concern. Concern to me feels like this, what is this, a burnt, that's a lake red. Oh, almost like a burnt sienna. Inquisitive. That feels kind of light. Inquisitive is this yellow color. Actually, it's not. soon as I picked it up, it was like, no, that's not right. Inquisitive is this light blue. Struggle. Ah, there we go. Struggle is it this? Is it this? Where is it? And what I'm doing is I'm actually feeling into it. And this may be a new practice for you. But just kind of go with your intuition. This is a way of trusting your intuition safely. Struggle, yeah, actually, is this gray. Determination, oh yes. Determination is this dark blue. And then resolve. What does resolve look like to me today? I think resolve is this one. Okay. So that's where I am. All right, so now I'm going to put these back. And make sure you always have your sharpener handy just in case you need it. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to, and I'm going to lean into those emotions. And when I say lean into them, I mean like go back to that particular moment or those moments where I felt contentment and start to fill in this piece of pie. And we're going to say in order. So that way, so I'm going this way, just the way that I did that. And I'm going to fill in this piece of pie. And I like to go around the outside, so you can color it however you want to. I ask that you do your best to be consistent. And the reason that to do your best to be consistent in the way that you color them is that sometimes one emotion will pop out beyond the others, and you'll want to maybe scribble it or color it a different way or whatever. And then that emotion could be processed a little bit more. Okay, so notice how I stayed inside the lines. You don't have to do that. Sometimes my contentment is I'm content a lot. That is one of my main emotions. And so I feel it fills up that space. Sometimes my emotions feel even larger than that. And so then I would need to, I can go on beyond it. And so, like my joy. Yes. My joy see here how I'm going over I'm thinking of those joyful moments, and they fill me. And so that's a bigger emotion for me. That's actually, it's an exalted emotion, according to Dr. Mario Martinez. So, who is a neuroscientist. If you've never heard of him, look him up. He's really, his work is profound and has made a huge impact on me. Okay, so that's my joy. So distress. Yeah, I had a situation in my life yesterday that was distressful to me and just very concerning, but I'm going to stick with the emotion of distress. And my goal is to fill up at least the whole pie. And then when I'm done feeling it as I feel it, I kind of check in with myself afterward, and I'm like, is that all of it? And if it's not, I can go a little bit beyond it, and I don't even have to be like, there could be parts of it where the distress just kind of goes beyond, but not all the way. So, and that's okay too, because you know what? This is my picture. All right. Concern. Yeah, Concern, I had a lot of concern. So I'm going to make my concern is big. Because my concern flows over into other areas in my life. So I can make that a little bit beyond. And if I need to sharpen my pencil, I can go ahead and do that too. Inquisitive. All right. You think about that moment that I felt inquisitive. Oh yeah. Inquisitive is light and airy. A stark contrast to the concern that I just had. So if you're doing this at home with me and you're doing your own feelings, your own emotions, please post below. I would love to see it. I would love to hear your comments, like how it affected you and how it maybe helps you clear the residue of your day away. So struggle. Yep, there was struggle. Not a lot. Actually, probably a little bit more than I had thought, but let me feel into it. Okay, not that much. It just feels like you know, when you're just a word is escaping you and you're like, ah, and then finally you tap into it. That's what that felt like. Determination. Yes, determination is a key component for me right now. And you know what? Even though it's a darker color, I'm actually coloring heavier, with a heavier hand, with a heavier touch, because determination really feels sturdy to me. And I'm even gonna sharpen my pencil with this one, because determination has been a key component in my life lately. So get all the little nooks and crannies. Whoops. Let's do this again. All right. So we are finishing up the determination. I just sharpened my pencil. Now I'm coming over it a lot deeper. Yeah. All right. So I've got that. And then my last one, resolve. Resolve is also a really good emotion, having resolve to follow through on stuff. So let me see how that feels. Oops. Have to sharpen my pencil again. Ever notice like sometimes your pencil is actually sharpened too much on one side? So if you just go through and just do kind of like a half turn in your pencil sharpener, you'll get it. So resolve feels solid too. Yep. All right. There you go. Okay, so as you're doing this at home, if you're doing this with me, know that your colors can change daily. They can change moment to moment if you choose. If you do this again, you know, in the morning and then decide to come back to it in the afternoon and the colors are completely different, that is perfectly fine. That's just the way that your brain is processing. So what I like to do is after I have all of that, then I could actually flip it over on the other side and I could start to journal. Like if there are any additional memories or thoughts or anything that I need to process, I could go through here. But at the end of one of these, I sit with myself for just a moment and I kind of ask, okay, is there anything else that I need? Do I feel complete? Is it any other colors I need to kind of dive back into? And right now I feel pretty complete. So, and if you ever have any questions about this, just put a comment in the message and just reach out to me and I'd be more than willing to help you out. So again, subscribe. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell. So anytime I leave a message, I can, or anytime I make a new video, sorry, that you'll get notified. So go ahead. This took about 20 minutes. And so, just spend a little bit of 20 minutes a day will help your mental health and will help deal with the process of anything that you've got going on in your life. And it will help clear out the residue of your day. So thanks so much. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.